This is WJCL 22 News.
Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Cassidy Lance. We begin tonight with breaking news. Metro Police investigating possible human remains. Now, the remains were found on Riversbend Court off Whitfield Avenue in Savannah. No word yet on what may have caused the death. We do have a crew heading to that scene right now, and we'll bring you updates later in our newscast. Well, breaking right now, the Georgia Attorney General officially approving the sale of Memorial Health to the Hospital Corporation of America. The hospital hopes to finalize the deal by the end of the year. HCA says it has no plans to cut jobs. It also says it will maintain services like the Level 1 Trauma Center and the neonatal intensive care for the first 10 years. The hospital says the transition plans are still being ironed out, but will include several improvement projects. Well, we are learning new details about the Amtrak train derailment that left multiple people dead, and today hearing from survivors. Plus, it is voting day on Capitol Hill as Republican-led Congress makes a decision on its long-awaited tax bill, but not going the way anybody expected.
This is the greatest example of a promise being made and a promise being kept.
Mr. Speaker, this bill is morally bankrupt. It harms American citizens everywhere, and it kicks Puerto Rico when it is down. It must be rejected.
That bill passing the House this afternoon, but the bill including provisions that do not meet the Senate's budget rules, meaning the bill must be approved in the same form by both houses of Congress before it can be sent to the president's desk. The Senate will still vote on the bill Tuesday night before passing it back to the House Wednesday. If approved, GOP's tax plan would repeal the Affordable Care Act individual mandate. It keeps the state tax but doubles exemptions, caps mortgage interest deduction at $750,000. It also increases the child tax credit to $2,000 per child. $1,400 of that would be refundable, meaning parents could get that from the government even if their wages were so low that they didn't have an income tax. Well, make sure you stay with WJCL for the latest on this story. We will update you on air and online at WJCL.com. Our app is free in your smartphone's app store. Well, investigators have revealed the Amtrak train that derailed in Washington state was speeding, going 80 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. 3 people were killed and dozens injured on a track that was just recently upgraded. Well, today we are seeing new video of train car being lifted from the railroad track there. And all authorities say a total of 13 train cars jumped the tracks. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez reports for us live near the crash site in DuPont, Washington.
Those crumpled and ripped apart rail cars lifted by cranes onto flatbeds and hauled from the scene of Monday's deadly Amtrak accident.
Amtrak 501, emergency. We are on the ground.
And the NTSB says their investigators will be out here for at least a week, not only piecing together exactly what happened here, but working to make recommendations on how to keep accidents like this from happening again. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, DuPont, Washington.
Well, Monday's derailment is the 26th that Amtrak has seen since 2014, but it's one of the least deadly. Now, the deadliest Amtrak crash happened in May of 2015 in Philadelphia. 8 people were killed and more than 200 others were injured. The NTSB determined the driver was distracted and accelerated into a sharp curve going 106 miles per hour in a 50-mile-an-hour zone. In June of 2011, 6 people died and 15 were injured after a tractor trailer slammed into the side of an Amtrak train in Nevada. June of 2014 in Mansfield, Massachusetts, an Amtrak train traveling at 125 miles per hour slammed into a vehicle that was driving on the train tracks, killing all 3 passengers inside that car. And in a route from New York to Savannah, a train going 100 miles per hour hit 2 Amtrak maintenance workers, killing them. About 40 passengers were injured in that case. Well, make sure you stay with WJCL. Coming up at 6:30, David Muir will have more on this story on World News Tonight. Well, right now we want to take a live look from our Skyview 22 camera at the Homewood Suites on the Savannah River, and a different view of downtown Savannah tonight, but a beautiful view nonetheless. And we understand that today in the hostess city we could have broken a heat record. Jeremy, a far cry from what temperatures we were feeling last week. So what did we reach that record today?
Well, 77 between hours. We'll find out within the next couple minutes here if we did hit 78 degrees after about 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. But either way, a little touch of spring in the air today, and we're still residing at 73 degrees. Beautiful for a late afternoon or evening, a walk or jog out there, get that exercise in, because we have a few changes to talk about in the forecast. But really for the next couple hours here, we'll enjoy either upper 60s or low 70s. I'll let you know when the bottom finally drops out from this warm spell in a couple minutes. Back to you.
Well, new tonight, we are working to learn more about a shooting in Savannah this afternoon that left one man injured. Now, details are still pretty limited at this time, but we do know it happened on East Montgomery Crossroad, and Metro Police say one man was shot. He is expected to be okay. We will update you on air and online as we learn more about this story. And Metro Police are asking for your help catching who's responsible for a shooting last night at Cobblestone Apartments. Now, it happened about 8 o'clock last night, and Metro Police say the victim, 20-year-old Chauncey Grant, is stable but still in serious condition. They say the shooting does not appear to be random, so if you know anything that can help investigators, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers at 234-2020. Well, it's been more than 13 years since Scott Corwin was gunned down in Savannah. The Army captain was walking his girlfriend home after a night out when he was shot and killed. Now a man has been charged in connection with his murder. WJCL's Tori Simkovic joins us live in Savannah right now with the new development. So Tori, what have you learned?
Well, Cassidy, for years, investigators have been trying to figure out who killed Captain Scott Corwin here in Monterey Square in 2004. The case went cold and his family began to lose hope until now.
Scott Corwin's father, Greg, says his son was the light of his life.
And the DA's office tells me it is quite rare to receive charges after 13 years have gone by, but they tell me on occasion it can happen. Reporting live in Monterey Square tonight, Tori Simkovic, WJCL 22 News.
All right, Tori, thanks. Yeah, so great to see that family getting some justice after so long. Now, Corwin's family started a foundation in his honor, the Captain Scott Corwin Foundation. They help veterans and Gold Star families and award college scholarships to outstanding high school students from Corwin's hometown in Illinois. Well, still ahead, the fireside isn't the only thing blazing bright this Christmas.
Spread a little love, joy. I call it spread the glow.
Coming up, see what this glow is and why this glow is getting one Low Country man in trouble with law enforcement.
Plus, Santa makes a stop at a local school to spread some holiday cheer, and he got a special presentation. We're going to take you there coming up after the break.
And we are tracking warm weather and thunderstorms. I'll show you when storms rumble our way in your hour-by-hour forecast.